welcome to this reading vlog. Let's start by saying that I almost finished Mother Thing. I am at page 252. I'm really enjoying it so far. I reached the point that I didn't see coming. So I'm really curious to see where we're going from here, considering that there are like 20 pages, 20 pages left. I don't know if you can tell, but the sun is shining, which means that spring, it's basically here. So I decided it's time to build my spring TBR. I'm gonna go with 4 books because I think it's the most doable amount of books I can read after this one. Like, I know I can finish this one in a couple of days, maybe even tomorrow, we'll see. And the next week the new Hunger Games book comes out. So the plan is I want to read a short book after Mother Thing to kind of fill the gap in between Mother Thing and Hunger Games. Then I'm gonna read Hunger Games, of course, and then I'm gonna read another couple of books. So of course, to do that, to choose my next reads, I am gonna use my TBR jar. But here's the thing, the only 2 short books that I have are Mr. Salary by Sally Rooney, but this one is really short. And I also have Lacci by Domenico Stornone. He is an Italian writer. The translation is Strings. I've read so many amazing things about this book, and it's really short, as you can tell. This one, it's the perfect filler book. I'm gonna let my TBR jar decide, so whichever one of these comes out first, it's gonna be the next book, like the filler book. Then we have so many books to choose from. We have 1 and 2. Let's start. So I'm gonna choose 1 book at a time. Okay, the first one is South from the Border, West from the Sun. Is that the right translation? Like the Murakami one. This is also a short book actually, but I know I'm not gonna be able to read this one in like less than a week. So this is gonna be another read of spring. So I'm just gonna choose this one because, again, I think this one is the perfect filler book. Then let's choose the next one. Rouge. Okay, I think this is a good TBR plus Hunger Games. So today's Thursday and actually Tuesday. Before going to work, I finished Mother Thing. I gave it 4 stars. This book is amazing. We follow Abby, the main character, generally spiraling down into madness after her mother-in-law Laura dies and her husband just slip into a very deep depressive episode, and she's just trying to get the life of her family back together. She goes through enormous lengths to do so. It's very interesting. It's very different from what I've read so far. And I mean, I see people talking about this book, but I don't think this book is talked enough. It left me with the same vibe and the same feeling that Bunny did. And I think this is definitely gonna be one of those books that I think about pretty often because it has everything that I like in a book. It's weird and you don't really know where we're going. It's always a surprise, and I love that. That's what I look forward in a book. That I don't know where we're going. I don't know what we're doing. I'm just here for the vibes. And yesterday I started Laci, and I did some research, and apparently the English translation of the title, it's actually laces, because like these are laces. But here's the thing, the book is about a relationship and between a husband and wife. And so technically speaking, in English those aren't laces but strings. So I think, and strings can be translated into lacci in Italian, but I'm not a translator. I'm just someone who knows English, so I don't really, I don't wanna, I don't wanna, no. That's not my job, that's not my spot. So again, this book is about husband and wife. The husband left the wife and their kids to spend his time with a younger woman. It's divided into 3 parts. The first part, and the very few pages that I've read, are written from the point of view of the wife, and she basically writes letter to her husband, and we know what she's going through these letters. Okay, I'm about to close the shop. My hair, of course, it's crazy. Look what arrived today. This book is out from tomorrow. One of the many perks of working at a bookstore is receiving books prior to their actual release. Look how beautiful. There's an embargo, so technically speaking, I cannot show and sell, of course, this book before tomorrow. One copy, it's gonna come home with me tonight. No one is gonna know except from everyone, apparently. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I am obsessed. I am 12 again, and I'm very, very happy. Yeah. Okay, it's been a while since the last update. So on Tuesday I finished Laci. I gave it 4 stars. It's structured in a peculiar way. There are 3 parts. The first part, it's basically a collection of letters that the wife wrote. The second part is the present, so it's husband and wife going on holiday. And the third part is written from the point of view of the daughter of the couple. Weird thing is that they also have a son, but we don't get his point of view. There's like this double meaning of lachi strings, both because of like an anecdote with like shoes and the strings amongst this family. The main thing I think about this book is that everything that you do and how you act has consequences on the rest of your family. If there's an English translation of this book, I would really recommend picking it up. And now let's talk about Hunger Games. I am at chapter 5. I'm reading it very slowly, considering that I also got this one a day earlier. Like, I got it on Monday. On Monday evening, I read the first chapter. It's really nostalgic because there are basically every single name from the original trilogy. It makes me feel like I'm 12 again and I'm reading the first Hunger Games. So far, again, it's very nostalgic. I'm liking it, and I don't know if I like it because of the nostalgia or if I like it because I actually like it. You know what I mean? But yeah. Hi, good morning. I haven't done an update in over a week. Last week at work was crazy. I didn't have a single ounce of energy to put my face on the screen, honestly. Update on my reading situation. Yesterday evening I finished Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my god, I haven't felt this way after reading a book in a while. Like, I usually once I finish a book, I jump not right into another one. Like, if I finish it in the evening, I pick up another book in the evening of the day after. But right now, I generally don't feel like reading something else. Like, I feel like I should sit with what I've read and just kind of let it soak in a way. It was intense because, as always, Hunger Games, it's pretty political. There's definitely so many things to think about that makes you think. So yeah, even because my next read would have been Rouge by Mona Awad, which it's also some type of commentary on society. So yeah, I don't think that right now my brain is well enough to start reading that book. Of course, I'm at work. I don't have my copy of the book, and we finished all the copies here at work. So I don't have it. I'm pretty sure I said that the first part felt very nostalgic, felt like jumping back into the usual Hunger Games, which was true. I mean, we know Haymitch, it's gonna win the Hunger Games. We know how the Hunger Games works. We know the names. There are so many names that we already know. There are so many people that we already know. So yeah, the first part is like a big invite back into the Hunger Games. The second part is where things get interesting because the Hunger Games starts. We see Haymitch becoming more and more a rebel and kind of understanding that he should work against Capitol and against President Snow. The third part is just devastating, heartbreaking to read the third part, especially like towards the end. That was just so much. But yeah, I think that overall it's kind of a roller coaster. You start like at the bottom and you go up because, of course, it's the Hunger Games, all the people we already know. You're on a whole time high, you know, like you're here, and then it's just down from there. I gave it 4 stars because of that. Like, the first part felt very, I don't want to say stagnant, but because we already know all the things that are gonna happen, and we know all these people, we know Haymitch, we know the situation. There were just a few new information But the second and especially the third part, I think those are great. It was amazing. And again, I feel like today I'm not gonna read anything. I really need to kind of absorb what I've read and I guess meditate on that. But yeah, it's when I finished it yesterday evening, I genuinely thought, fuck the bosses, I'm gonna rebel too. It was just like that. You know what I mean? That kind of weird feeling of I want to overthrow everything. I want to overthrow capitalism. I want to overthrow the government. I want to overthrow everything. That's how I felt. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue. I don't think I'm going to continue filming what I'm reading because I'm very slow. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, I guess.